part of her arm was gone. Just put the tourniquet high in her shoulder.
His department calls him a lifesaver. He says he was just doing his job. Tonight, an off-duty IMPD officer speaking about jumping into action to save a woman's life as she was trapped inside of this crashed Chevy Equinox.
Now, this was the scene on the interstate near the Sam Jones Expressway. The woman struck the back end of a flatbed tow truck. The impact from that crash amputated her left arm and trapped her in the car.
RTV6's Chance Walser is in the studio with us tonight on this heroic story.
Officer Javed Richards was off duty when he was driving by the scene. He didn't know first what he was getting into, but he knew he needed to help. The wreck was violent. A traffic camera gives a look at the aftermath, the flashing lights, the emergency vehicles. One of those vehicles, the first on the scene, in fact, belongs to Officer Javed Richards, who was off duty.
The driver of the wrecker just starts coming towards me because he now sees me and tells me exactly what was going on.
He said he was in an accident with another vehicle driven by a 51-year-old woman. She was in bad shape.
Just told me her arm was severed. So immediately turned into pretty much, if you want to put it, on-duty mode.
In that mode, Officer Richards is used to performing under the pressure. It was a cold January night in 2015. Richards found himself in pursuit of a suspect. A gun battle ensued. More than a dozen bullets hit Richards' car. He was shot once in the foot. The suspect died. The department awarded Richards with a Purple Heart for his actions that night and his bravery. Back to the crash scene. Officer Richards, just learning of the woman's condition, grabbed a tourniquet from his car, ran over and quickly applied it to the upper part of her arm. Until an ambulance could get there, he stayed with her. He kept her awake. He saved her life.
I'm happy to say I prayed for her when I got home, hoping she was okay, and I'm glad now that she is okay. So just part of what we do.
To protect and serve. For some, it's not a job, it's a mindset. It's a way of life. And in talking with Officer Richards, he kind of cringed at being called a hero. He said, honestly, it's just part of the job, and every officer on the department would have responded how he did. Chance Walser, RTV6.
And more details tonight. Like Chance told us, this isn't the first time we've talked about the heroic actions of Officer Javed Richards. In January of last year, Richards was shot in the foot in what police called a ferocious gun battle with a suspect. It happened after a traffic stop on the Far East Side. At least 15 shots hit Richards' police cruiser. And that's when he was awarded the Purple Heart by IMPD. And tonight, the thank yous keep rolling in.
Yeah, you can see them here. IMPD tweeting out excellent work by Officer Richards. We are grateful to have life-saving options for our officers.
And more good news, the woman he saved is listed in stable condition tonight.